Good morning everyone and welcome to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'm Nat and this is my Knackers Yard that's looking remarkably empty at the moment. Reason being, morning Mr Magpie, how's the wife and family? Reason being they're out on the road, just out of the way. So the ER5 Charlie is going to pick up early evening this evening. The Sinis is just about there. I've got a bit more tinkering to do. All of Dawn's panels are up here. Charlie's going to pick those up as well. That's the panels from the ER5 as well. And for this one, which is looking, I have to say, really good in the sun, the battery is shagged. It shows charged, but it just hasn't got enough balls to start it. So I have ordered a new one, and that is on its way. But what I'm going to do today is sort this, because it spins. Now I think on the stock handlebars there is like a notch in the handlebars that the switchgear, that's the word I was looking for, that the switchgear slots into. Now I think on this isn't a standard bar, that's gone. So yeah, I need to sort that out. On the side, the last real evidence of its previous drop is on the side panel here. So I'm going to have a bit of a look today. I thought about just trying to fix it on the bike, but frankly the paint is that shagged on it anyway. It's probably worthwhile just whipping it off. I'm a popular boy on the messenger this morning. Yeah, it's worth just whipping off and doing properly, I think. Any other tinkering bits that I've done? I have mentioned the little grills that I've put in on the previous one. I do like those. I just think it adds something to it. The bar ends, one was scraped as an indicator of its drop, so I just did them black, and then while I had them, while I've still got a little bit of that sort of glitter spray, just chuck them on as well. And the clamps on the handlebar themselves were just scruffy, so I just rubbed them down, chucked some black on, and it kind of ties in the new look a little bit more. I'm not going overboard with any more painting. I think I've done more than enough on this. So what am I going to do? I'm going to whip this off and have a look. If it hasn't got the notch, it might just be a case of bulking out the bar a little bit more, probably with some rubber matting, just to stop it spinning quite so much. But what I also need to do, so I noticed yesterday, is when you have the light on the speedo, you get a bit of an intermittent flash from sort of 9 to 13,000. So there's a loose connection on the bulb. I'm sure that's all it is. So if I get time today, I'll have a tinker with that as well. Anything else I wanted to do? I don't really think so. Slight frustration on this bike is that I haven't seen the V5 yet. When I look up the license plate, it's still showing as road taxed, which to me probably means that the previous dude hasn't done the V5 work, which is irritating to say the least. But I'll get that sorted. Now all of that means that I can sell it on a green slip rather than on a V5, but it's a bit shonky, so it means I might have it for a little bit longer, which is fine because I've still got tinkering to do. If it gets to the point where I'm done tinkering and I still haven't got the V5, then I'm going to start getting really annoyed and just jump through and do it myself. Right, cool, let's get that switchgear off and see what the score is underneath it. Right, so switchgear off, and yeah, suspicions confirmed really. So you can see on a dodgy focus, there we go, you can see something has been cut off there. Now I think that was a little like nub that would go into a hole in the bar, which it doesn't have. So when they changed the bar, rather than drill a hole into it so it would lock, they've just cut that off, which is shonky. One day I will explain what I mean by shonky, but not now. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and pad out the bar a little bit in the middle here, just to try and give it a little bit more grip. Cool. Right, there you go. So just wound a couple of loops of tape around it and tightened it back up, and that is now, that's fine, that's not going anywhere at all. Not the most elegant of solutions in the world, but frankly it works. Right, so I think what I'm going to do is run the bike, get it warm, drop the oil, and then take that side cover off. I think I'm going to have to take that one off first, actually. Yeah, I will. The plastic one. So that I can actually get to that, whip that off, clean it up a bit. I am going to take it off because the paint is really shoddy there. I don't think I've got anything anywhere near that sort of like dark silver. I'll have a look. I don't think I have. So I might have to whip up to Halford's and grab some. Right, cool. Let's get it warmed up and I'll drop the oil. Right, there we go. That's the oil drop. This has theoretically had an oil change recently. That don't look particularly fresh to me. So I think while I'm getting some paint, I may get some fresh oil. I'm doing fresh oil. I should probably do a filter. We shall see. Right, cool. Bit of a snag caused by my own ignorance. Of course, the magneto and everything's attached, isn't it? And I don't have the Bendix tool, the puller, to get rid of that. So what I've got is a little bit of space to work with. So that's fine. I'm annoyed with myself for not working that out, but it is not an issue. So what I'm going to do, and I've started to do it now, is just rub it down on the bike and paint it on the bike. I've got enough clearance there that I can mask off properly and get a decent job out of it as well. So yeah, I'm going to mask it off and just paint it on the bike and drop that back on. Does mean that it's encouraged me to change the oil, which I really should have done in the first place, frankly. Yeah, happy. Cool, I'll get on with that. Right, a lot later than planned. That's it, rub down, a bit of primer, and then a bit of random silver on the top, which I think works. It's not far off the colour, but it's close enough for government work, and certainly close enough for this. While I was at Halford's getting the paint, I grabbed some oil, so that's in as well. It's a lot later than I anticipated to be finishing off today. Having dealt with a death in the family, don't get too concerned. It was a hamster that was played with to death, I think is the best description by the dog. So I had to go and sort that out. I'm not entirely sure how one-way vet strips has turned into my job, but it seems to have gone that way. So it's a real pain. But yeah, kids are fine. Right, let's give it a go. See what happens. Where's my camera? I've got my camera. I'll take you with me. Cool. Right, let's give it a go. I'll try not to slip on bungee cords. Quite such popular first bikes. These levers are at different heights. I'll have to change that. Weird. It's quite assured and actually quite comfortable. That lever's way up. What on earth? I'm kind of at that angle. Not that you can see any of that. Indicators. Oh no, there they are. They do work. Very nice of you. Thank you. It's a commute bike, not a sport bike.
exhaust note, has to be said. Beautiful day, absolutely stunning. Might do a Barbie later. Never ridden one before. It's actually quite lively. Indicators don't cancel. Get used to that now in your pool. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit spoiled with some more bikes, I think. It's got a lovely tick over. Sharpest brakes in the world. Do me nicely. Yep, happy with that. More than happy with that. Now aside from a bit of cleaning up because the wheels look a bit ropey, that's the job done. Yep, happy. I've checked the fan works before, so content with that. Running, riding, MOT'd, looking pretty sweet with the fresh paint. I'm going to chuck another layer of polish on it. I've also bought some Carnauba polish as well, so I'm going to do a bit of that to bang on the top. It's fresh paint, just sucks it up, completely and utterly sucks it up. Yeah, happy with that. Job done. Right, so I'm generally really bad at before and after stuff, so I'm going to have a go at the wheels that look a little bit scuzzy, to be honest. So I'm going to have a go at them with a bit of scrubbing and a bit of this pink stuff that I really rate. Miracle cleaning paste, apparently. Well, let's see how it gets on. So that's the before, and there you go. Literally a few minutes later, just before the ice cream van rocked up. So much better. It's great. It's great stuff. That if you see it, grab it. I mean, they do it in Lidl and Aldi and you know, that sort of cheapy supermarket stuff, but it's brilliant. It's really good stuff. It's also good for pots and pans. Cool. Right, I'm going to rattle through the rest of these and I'll show you the end result. And there we go. Wheels both done, looking a damn sight better. Damn sight better. Not perfect, but hey. And it is good to go. Like I say, I have ordered a fresh battery for it. The one that's on it just, I mean, it works, charges, but it just doesn't seem to hold it for very long, so it's letting it down at the moment. Now, the bit that I'm always rubbish at is valuing. In fact, I need a bit back to black on the indicators, because I never quite know what bikes are worth. What do you reckon, people? So it is a Y plate, 21,000 miles, fresh paint, looking smart as a fish.
Starts fine. I'm not sure about that fuel gauge. I've got a horrible feeling that's not working. I might have to have a look at the connections on that end, but frankly it's got naff all fuel in it at the moment, so I can't really comment on it until I've tried it with a decent amount of fuel in it. But well happy on pretty bike. Right, what a day. What a day. Not as much time spent on the bikes as I hoped, due to other stuff going on, but so be it. I think we are about to have a barbecue to celebrate a bit of British sunshine. Doesn't happen that often. I think this bike is done. Whether or not I have a look at that flickering light on the speedo, I don't know. I'll see how I feel. So what next? Once the V5 is through on this, the guy did get hold of me, said he did it Tuesday last week by post, which is very retro of him, so it will come through at some point, so I've got a bit of time. Once that is through, I'll chuck this on the market, particularly as weather like this coming up, people just want them, and it's a great first big bike. The ER5s, lots of the driving schools use them for that exact reason. It's very forgiving, very easy to ride, and it will only kill you if you're doing something particularly stupid. What else is going on? As I mentioned right at the beginning, panels are disappearing today, or this evening when Charlie picks it up, along with the other ER5. I'm going to whip the tank off that, because the next bit that I want to do is the tank repair on the other one, on the purple. Just a side note, I did try and use Halfords for paint matching. They don't match paint. That's absolute rubbish. Their version of matching paint is you tell us what the paint number, what the code number is on your car, and we'll order it for you. That's not paint matching. That's feckin' ordering. So there is a body shop place down the road. So I'm going to take the front mud guard off out of the stack there, and get that done. See if I can get some paint made up, and see if I can pull dents and do stuff like that, which is going to be interesting. So rather than a full refurb, a repair, which I've not done before. Right, cool, happy. That'll do me for the day. Might be a little bit of tinkering tomorrow. Don't know yet. Cheers all, catch you later. Have a good one.